2026 is riding into the bold, vibrant, and unforgettable city of Fort Worth, Texas. This year, you can join us at the exclusive Reward Roundup inside the Fort Worth Convention Center. It's your chance to lasso your seminar rewards and celebrate in true Texas style. We'll be recognizing achievers for Seminar Awards 2026, All-Star Star Consultant, Rise and Radiate, and our Mary Kay National Area VIPs. Then we'll gather family style at the Seminar Special Luncheon to honor our Cadillac units. Circle of Excellence Prestige and above units will receive VIP early entry, and Seminar 2026 $1 million units will have reserved seating. You don't want to miss this time filled with connection, inspiration, and heartfelt celebration. And get ready for the most exciting night of your life at the Seminar Award Show. Feel the electricity as the #1 NSD is revealed. Queens take their thrones, and dazzling production numbers light up the stage. It's a night you'll never forget, and a moment you'll want to be part of. And that's just the beginning. We'll also celebrate new sales directors, Cadillac units, and so many more throughout Seminar with powerful on-stage recognition moments you'll remember forever. All set against the backdrop of Fort Worth, where world-class dining, live music, rodeo culture, Western charm, and unforgettable fun with your Mary Kay family wait around every corner. So, pack your boots, bring your best, and join us in Fort Worth for Mary Kay Seminar 2026, where celebration, recognition, and inspiration shine brighter together. Seminar 2026. Don't just hear about it, be there.
Woo! I love that. I could watch that video a million times. Oops, I have to turn my camera back on. Sorry. Well, welcome everybody to Tuesday Night Live. Woo! So glad you're all here. Okay, Melanie, you want to go forward with Reco? Or is Lori doing that?
Well, we were going to pop in and talk a little bit about, just a quick reminder, because there are no Janus events this week, but next week, next Wednesday, so that is the 3rd, is skincare. And you know that if you want to get a guest on there, now's the time to start inviting and getting those packets to them. So just wanted to give you a quick heads up on that.
Actually, the 6th.
It's the 6th, yeah.
May 6th.
Okay, 6th. Okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, nothing this week because it's year end. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. I sort of stepped on Lori. What?
Yeah, don't log into Janice's thing tomorrow. You'll be on there by yourself. So.
Yep.
But use that time maybe to do customer appreciation or something. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe how many ideas you gave us, Diane. That was fantastic.
Oh, good.
My head's still a little spinning, so I'm going to go back.
I know that's why it's so good to have a piece of paper and start figuring
Yeah.
out who you have contacts with. I mean, when you start thinking about principals of schools or teachers, and I'm starting thinking, I don't know anybody in the nursing, and I go, no, that gal that just facial's a nursing student. And I'm thinking, I have another customer who's a nursing student. So it's like you just start brainstorming and you'd be amazed. And ask people, ask your customers, who do you know who's a nurse or who do you know who's a teacher, especially if they've got kids. So anyway,
Or pick 2 or maximum 3 things and focus on that.
Mhm. Well, I think
Because
teacher,
you
could
might
either
be able
do
to
teacher-
accomplish all those things, but some
No.
people need to focus.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. Well, and the thing is, you may be more passionate about one versus the other, but you have connections probably for both. So anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. Mel, go ahead and do Reco
No,
if you want on sales.
Actually, yeah, I would love for you guys to drop your sales in the chat. Tell us if you had new faces. If you had something you're just excited about and you want to share with us. If you have new team members, if you have, yeah, all the good things. In fact, I've heard from you guys. So I've heard some good news through the grapevine. So I want to hear you guys tell me.
I know, me too. So let's see all those new faces, Miss Grace. How many new faces did you guys do? And I know Celeste, you did some new faces, and we want to get your input and all that stuff. So type in the chat. Would you say new faces? Any new team members that you've added? Anything that you're feeling successful about this week?
Yeah.
Getting out of your comfort zone. And while you guys are typing
It's
away,
Janine.
I will make a really, really quick announcement. I am picking up the Cadillac that we earned 8 months ago. It finally is here. Even all the parts are not here, but they're going to give me parts out of the parts department. So anybody that's local that would like to come to the Cadillac dealership tomorrow at 1 o'clock in Walnut Creek, we'll be picking up our caddy. So we'll make it a little Cadillac party. They're going to do like this whole social media thing. Oh my God, which is going to be fun. But anyway,
Well,
what did
Celeste,
you say?
Hey, it's
oh,
it's Janine. Can I butt in?
yeah,
Yes.
I'm driving, so I can't type, but
Okay.
I had a online order. I told Diane from someone like Carrie did, $474.
A My Shop order of $470, and
Yeah,
the woman registered her name, her address, her phone number, everything. She lives in Concord, right, Janine?
yeah.
And so she got a $400 My Shop order.
that's
So
fantastic.
we're going to be recognizing next week. Thank you for the reminder, Janine. Everybody who's got their My Shop set up. So you have until we're going to give you guys till May 1st. So you've only got like 2 or 3 days to get your My Shop set up. And then we're going to recognize everybody who has their My Shop. Put you guys all on a big drawing. So Janine, how did that feel to get a $400 order?
Well, I had to call you and find out what the $200 deposit to my account was.
She's like, I don't get this. And I go, well, and then she goes, is that possible? That's a My Shop order? And I go, yeah. So um, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, so I had a good week. When I get upstairs, I'm almost home. I'll type in the other two orders I had too.
So do you have any idea what your weekly total was?
My mom's was a 148, my sister's was a 68, and the other one was 200 and something.
And then the
And
what?
then
And
the
then the My Shop,
$400.
and then the My Shop order was 400.
474, yeah.
Oh my gosh, 4 or 5. So you might have had like an $800 week.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
well you hurry
fantastic.
up and get home and add that up. So congratulations.
I put in
Beautiful.
your over
Beautiful.
400 My Shop, but you're gonna have to put in the rest.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
that is so exciting. So anybody else with My Shop experience, that's crazy. Celeste, tell us about your four new faces, $100 day. Tell us about that if you can.
Maybe she's driving too. No.
I'm going to ask her to unmute and see if that helps. Yeah, $100 day, 4 new faces. That's awesome. And faces is where it's at for sure because
Well,
let's see.
she sold
Oh,
us. Oh,
sorry. Yeah, just cooking dinner. Yeah, I had an event Saturday and ended up being an extra person, which was good, and totally all new people. So new faces. It was good.
and what did you sell?
I'm sorry, a miracle mask. I mean, miracle set and a charcoal mask.
Now, you and I had a conversation a week ago because you said people are just buying random stuff. They were buying a mask here and an eye makeup remover there, whatever. And this was the first time that somebody actually said, I'll take the skincare set. So can you share with everybody? Because everybody wants to know, what did you do different this party versus the last one?
This time, what I did is when I set up the table, I put all the sets out in front of them, in front of their trays. And then I
Okay.
had like these paper doilies that I just put underneath there. And I took your advice. I started, and what Joyce does, every once in a while, I was just talking about sets. I didn't say anything too much about the other products. I mean, they tried the charcoal mask, and I talked a little bit about the micellar and eye makeup remover, but I was focusing on the sets, and I dropped that word a lot, not too
What, the
much to
sets?
overdo it. And just kept talking about the sets and talking to them as if they had already bought it and they already had it at home and what they were going to do with it.
And how did that feel to you?
It was good. It felt natural. I didn't feel like I was pressuring them. I just talked very casually with them, and I was, bringing up about what they can do with their sets at home and to follow the right routine for the morning and the night.
Nice. I bet you just walked out of there like on cloud nine.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
And then when the other two ladies wanted a bunch, but they didn't want to spend that much money because they wanted so much stuff, those are the ones that you're rebooking?
Yes.
You talked to
Those
them
are the
about
ones
being,
that said they'll rebook. Because I told them if you book, you get additional discounts. If you decide you do want to join, you can just join to get the discount. And that alone, it's up to you. So they said, well, we'll talk about it later, for that part about joining, but they want to book their own parties now.
nice. So I feel like your confidence level just went from like a 2 to a 9.
Oh yeah, it did. Definitely. Yes.
Good for
That's
you,
awesome.
Celeste. And it gets easier and easier every time you do one. So congratulations. Okay, let's see. Sandy Muller, sales of 340. Compliment
Yeah.
from the dermatologist for how well your skin looked. Don't you love that when they do that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, I know it's her business, but I really felt she was sincere about it. Because of course you go there without makeup or anything for cancer checks. But I mean, she made a comment about it, how well it looked without anything on it. So I was really pleased about that. It made me feel good. And then the sales mostly, well, I had a few, but the one good is when you were talking about loyalty. This customer, she's older, but she's one of the most loyal customers for using the Time Wise repair.
Hmm.
And ended up that she was kind of out of everything, which is great. I mean, obviously, but and it's part of the loyalty is establishing, and was telling her about the change in the e-commerce, and I said, I don't, of course, mind if you use the website, but I don't want you to really order from directly because I want to keep the relationship going. And she agreed wholeheartedly, and I thought that was really good too.
Well, it's fun
So
too because then
It's
you can say, I don't
compliments
want you
on
to
her
pay for,
skin.
yeah,
I don't
I
want you to,
do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
then you can also mention that you want to be able to tuck in. Like, I hate it when my clients will go and then for some reason the My Shop thing doesn't recognize the free shipping. So then they pay shipping and then there's no samples inside. And I always use some special deals so they don't get so yeah, I just, when at all possible, I'd really rather have them just call me. So, well, congratulations on your great week.
Thank you.
340.
Yep.
Nice job.
Well,
Nine
I
new
need,
faces. Okay, Grace, you're crazy. Grace Maldonado, come on your mic because we want to hear everything. So you guys, we will be doing Grace's red jacket, star team builder, team leader, DIQ launch all next week because the goal is for us to get a whole bunch of her team on tonight. And so she's beyond red jacket. She will actually be a DIQ by tomorrow or next day. And she has a total of 9 on her team. 2 months ago, she had 0 on her team. She now has 9 on her team, and 6 of the 9 are active. So, Grace, everybody wants to know, what are you doing?
um, just reaching out to people that I hadn't reached out for in a while. And then I've doing the nine faces helped. So I booked with Diane's help, of course. We booked the party at my mom's house because it's more accessible to many people that are coming from Vallejo or Marin than coming all the way to Concord. And we were actually very pleasantly surprised that the nine, or technically 10, because my there was a guy too. He showed up kind of late, but so I just did the facial on him at the end. So all 10 of them that confirmed actually showed up. So we were very happy about that. And when they tried the product, they all really liked it. They loved how their faces felt. A lot I got what I got back from a lot of the women were that they really enjoyed this time because they don't get to do it often. They don't have this time to themselves to relax. Um, so they all really enjoyed it. Out of there, we got three that want to become members. Uh,
3 people joined that night.
yeah, three people joined that night, and then the rest went to be customers. And then one of the girls was actually an esthetician. So she was there and she was actually saying like, yes, Mary Kay products is great. My aunt is using these products and she loves them. And she says that she's willing to go with me to do some presentations if I need like because she knows all the terminology. So she's excited. She wants to use the product too. But she said that yeah, she can help me with that and try to reach the younger market because uh I want to see if we can get them on board and also like the 20s.
So, Grace, can you share with us a couple things? So, we all want to know, like, so what did you say to these people that got 9 people to show up on a Friday night? Sound like nobody else had
So
anything to do. And they were all moms, like almost, well, not all, but 90% of them were moms with little kids at home. So what did you
Yeah, I think they were
say?
all moms except for one, except for the esthetician. Yeah, they were all moms except for
So
one.
what did you say to them to invite them, to
Oh,
get them
okay.
there?
I asked them if they would be interested in a free facial, a
Okay.
pampering, and we did the flyer. So they said yes. So yeah, it was I said no pressure on buying or anything, but just so that you can actually test the products and see what you think of it. Um, so a lot of them were like, yeah, we've never done that before, so it would be nice. And then I know this girl from Brazil, she's like, I used to wear their makeup, but I haven't when I was in Brazil. I used to use Mary Kay, and I haven't, ever since I moved to the States, I haven't been able to take care of my face. So she's like, yes, I'll be there too. So that's how it kind of, I didn't pressure them. I just kind of like said it's going to be a free pampering and just for you guys to try the product. And it's also good practice for me because Diane's going to be doing showing me how to make these presentations on my own. So they were all willing to help out and they confirmed. And I also did it with about a week in advance because other times I have invited like very last minute and they've always said since they're moms, they're like, oh, we don't have a babysitter, we don't have this, or we can't do it, or maybe the distance. So I think that fact that it was in Richmond, so it was more central to them, that I did it in advance. And I told them that it was for them to just relax and get pampered. And I also offered bubbly. So I think that also helped a little bit. I said I would have bubbly for them. And yeah, they showed up. So I was
Now, two of them, I believe, had been on a virtual event, a virtual skincare class with us.
one
And
of them, just let.
oh, one of them. Okay. And I asked
Uh-huh.
him, I said, did you like this in-person experience better or whatever? And she said, absolutely. They were all saying
Hmm.
how they felt that the in-person experience, because you get to do satin hands and satin lips and other products you don't get to do. And of course, Grace, bless her heart, was translating on the right side of my shoulder like the whole time while I was talking. And then I'd pause and then she'd keep going. It was just like, but it was super. I mean, Grace, you did a phenomenal job. So
Thanks.
so I know you've got some sales from that. Have you closed everybody for the sales?
Uh, Not two people. I haven't close two
Okay.
people from this.
Do you have any
Yeah,
idea what your sales are so far?
not yet. I haven't. I think it was like 192.
Oh, it's going to be a lot higher than that when everybody gets their orders in, but okay.
Yeah. Plus the people who joined, they already put or one of them already put their order in.
Yeah.
So
So, how did you, at the close of the party, how did you transition? Because everybody's like, well, I'm not signing people up at my party. So, what was your transitional thing? I know we talked about there's three ways to get Mary Kay. Grace would love to have you be as a customer. She'd also love the hostess because she needs practice. But maybe some of you want the 50% off forever. Do you think that, like, so walk everybody through what you did to get three people to say they want to just join? Because pretty much around the table, everyone was going to join. And Grace is like, well, wait, I want a customer. Not that you didn't want everybody to join, but you know what I mean? Like if all nine joined, it was like, well, yeah.
yeah. So it was that they again, I guess trying the product because that's what I think. Like if you don't try the product, you will know if you want to be either become a customer or join. So having them try the product, getting the experience there of how relaxed they felt, and they were all ready for bed by the end of the night. Um, so it when it came down to when they were picking like what packets they wanted to buy, one of the girls who joined, she's like, "Well, I'm thinking of going because she got she liked the repair set and she loved how her face felt because she has never washed her face. She was like me, she would just do soap and water." But she's like, this just feels amazing. So I would like to get this. And she wanted to get some other sets. So I said, well, for me, it's great if you get this, like I think it's the the 399 is the 8 set packet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this, I mean, it benefits my pocket if you get the the 399 set because I make more out of your sales. But seeing your needs, I would suggest maybe you join and get that join the team, and so that you can continue to try the products and continue to purchase the repair set, because with
Hmm.
everything you're already reaching more than 399. So that's how she was like, yes. And same with the other girl. She also said that she wanted the skincare and the charcoal
Hmm.
mask and all these that we're gonna add up.
And
So
it's so hard, you guys, when you're looking at sales, it's so hard to say, yes, I don't want your $399 sale because you're thinking, oh my God, that would be so much fun to have a $400 sale to one person. But instead, join my team because, like Lori said, you saw a need and filled it. It's like they're going to spend so much more and they're going to fall in love with the product. Lori, Melanie, and I all joined for the discount. We all joined for the
mhm,
50% off. So you never know who on your team is going to take off.
yes.
So
So I'm looking for that one team member that's gonna take off, and I'm still waiting for somebody to shop my shop for $400 randomly. So I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for that one.
there you go.
Yeah,
Um, And so the other thing that I was going to ask you is, so how does it feel to 2 months ago have no team members and now you have nine?
it feels like I'm getting closer to my goal and like it's doable, but still get nervous because I'm like I am close, but I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm just kind of going still with the flow and seeing what happens.
You're not going to jinx yourself. Just be like a racehorse and keep your blinders on and keep focused. Put your energy where you need to put your energy because you've got two little boys, you've got your
Yeah.
husband, and you really want to be home and not go back to a corporate job of doing accounting. So we can make this work.
Yes.
So, well, I'm
Let's
really
make
proud of
it
you for
work.
pulling that all together. And we're going to do, I guess, one party up in Novato. We're going to do another one near your mom's house. I am going to do one in Salinas with Celeste. Celeste, I just got a message from the Spanish director down there, but I haven't listened to it because she's got a place in Salinas. So we're going to be going all over the place. So if you guys have got models, bring them. The more the merrier. We had so much
Okay.
fun at Grace's mom's house. People kept coming and coming. Her father was like, he didn't say anything,
Yeah.
but
He did say that next time he was just gonna attach the water hose so that we can wash everybody's face off after the
with
he's
a
like, that'll
hose?
be yeah, with the water hose. He's like, that would be easier than them coming to the sink and having to go one by one.
Oh my
I can just
God.
spray them all at once. Line them up and spray them.
There's a man for you. Well, I'm proud of you, Grace, and I'm super excited. We will do your DIQ red jacket, team leader, everything next week. So all of those of you guys who are in red, please wear your red jacket, slap on your red lipstick, and have a one sentence of advice you'd love to give a new DIQ. And I know that you're going to get those last two active by tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So congratulations. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share what happened this last week? So Janine's total. Oh my God, Janine, are you about to wet your pants? 943?
Great.
Is that your highest week ever in Mary Kay?
Um, it's probably close.
Wow. And
I'm
400
pretty
of that
sure
was from some woman.
yeah, that $476 order was pretty dang good.
And you guys, you just never know. I mean, Carrie had one, I had two little ones. But here's the deal. The reason why this is happening so much, and we are going to do a lot of recognition on my shop, is that the company has really cracked down. Now that we have a little store on Amazon, they have gotten the ability to kick everybody off Amazon. So now people are legitimately looking for people to buy from. And so if you guys have not set up your My Shop with a photo, you are missing the boat. And don't just put Mary Kay pictures. Put a picture of you with your dog or you out in the garden or maybe pictures of some cute
Uh-huh.
wrap stuff.
I was actually
So
gonna ask about Amazon because I typed in Mary Kay and like a bunch of products came up for on sale. So I was like, oh, I didn't know we could sell through Amazon
you
too.
can't. They're legally terminated. Anybody who sells on Etsy,
Okay.
On Amazon, any of those places, they're immediately terminated from the company. So,
Okay. Good to know.
but I'm super, super excited for you, Grace, to see your movement and to see what you're doing. So congratulations. And I think Janine, you're probably our queen of sales
Thank you.
unless somebody can beat the 943. So congratulations. And Grace, I'd love to know what your total week's sales were when you get, and you guys, I will tell you, when you close a party like that and you have that placemat, it's really important when they leave to say, I will honor these prices. I normally do it just at the party, but I will honor them for 48 hours. So if it's a Friday night, say you only have until Sunday night, because that way you can give the hostess credit, right? You've got to be able to calculate and tell her what her total party sales were. So when people call me a month or two later, it's like, You just tell them I can honor these sale prices for 48 hours. So, but I know you'll have some great sales follow up on that. So, okay, any other victories that anybody wants to type in the chat section? Faces. So Grace, I think you're our queen of faces with a follow up close by Celeste. Celeste had 4. You had 9. It's all about faces, man. And then Janine comes up with a 9:43 week. Okay, so
Well,
Lori, do
you. Yes, you. It is time to set up your My Shop and start taking advantage of all the new changes with Mary.
so Lori's got a video she's going to put in the chat that you guys can all watch. It's about, how long is it, Lori? 6 minutes?
Yes.
And it
I'm
tells you exactly how to put up a My Shop. So if you guys haven't done it yet, you'll get recognized next week, but it has to be set up by May 1st.
Let's see if it'll do it now. Yes.
So
And I just want to say I'll take less than a minute. I had so much fun doing a groom's mother. We had so much fun matching because I told her she needed to bring her dress, and we had a fabulous time.
oh, good. Isn't that, I always love doing stuff like that. Okay, so Lori, really quick, do you want to run through these events really quick?
Yes. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay. Now, did you all hear that Grace said one of her keys was she invited in advance? So guess what? We have the opportunity to do that. We have a virtual skincare class, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So we have time to get samples, to ask, and to invite. So, the great thing about being on live with this virtual skincare class is all the giveaways they do at the end. Over $400 in Kate Spade, Michael Kors, and of course, Mary Kay. So this is just such a wonderful time. And so now is the time to invite. Okay, next.
And then I was going to just make one other comment, Laura, with that is if you guys get somebody on, like the gal that Grace had, if they're on this, they're going to maybe fall in love with everything, and they'll say, well, how do I book a party to get a half off shopping spree? They likely will either book or buy or join by being on this event. So you want to get either in the mail or drop off skincare, a strip of skincare, whichever skincare that's appropriate for them, and then a charcoal and a microderm if you've got it. And then go ahead, Lori. And then I know it's got it in Spanish too.
And we have it in Spanish. So, this is a fabulous opportunity. And we love our Spanish translator. She is so exciting. I mean, sometimes I've just like popped on with her. Okay, I don't know this person, Diane.
Anja Fry, she's been with the company a long time. She's a $1 million director. She's funny. She's got a great laugh. She's I remember seeing her in Barcelona. She is older gal that's she's funny, she's witty, she very much believes in doing things the Mary Kay way, very much about empowering women. She's got a great story. I don't remember what her background is, but she's a lot of fun. So you guys want to jump on these because Janice is giving away not only e-starts, but here's the deal. If people are inspired, but layer them, if you can, layer them with one of the other 2 videos, either the talking points or touch points, I mean, and the other one, just so that when they get on, they might be ready to type in. I'm ready. I want to join for free. Lori, can you see this next event?
Yes. Linda Tupin. Okay. She is a phenomenal trainer. She is a quote retired, although I don't really know that she has retired any of her activity. I think she still goes around and does workshops, and she has such a passion for Mary Kay that she will, she trains people all the time, consultant. And let's see, I know, she had $1 million unit for 20 plus years. And then when she retired, she bequeathed it she gave it to her daughter, who's a full-time attorney. And this unit continues to produce $1 million area.
Wow.
And but the wonderful thing about her is she came from pretty humble beginnings. She was the daughter of a farmer, a dairy farmer.
Yeah.
And She says this is where she got her work ethic, and she is just a delight. And she is so sharp, and she has such an insight into so many things. She's
And very no nonsense. She'll tell you 100 times you are where you are by the choices you make. So,
yes,
but this is a consultant only. This is not for guests. Do not give guests this information. It is translated into Espanol. Good luck doing that. But yeah, Linda's amazing. She'll literally, if you saw the English one, she will literally walk through all the steps you need to do to finish your June, to finish your goal big. And what a legacy, like Lori said. Just yeah.
LaRonda Daigle, really? Okay, so LaRonda Daigle, she's been with the company a long time too, and also a phenomenal trainer. I think her unit did 1 million, right?
Mhm.
So numerous times. And what else can you tell us, Diane? Have you
She used to
gone?
work retail. She was a perfume squirter. She stood in the aisle of a department store and squirted perfume on pieces of paper and handed the pieces of paper out for Yves Saint Laurent and a couple other companies. So she had a retail background. She didn't know a thing about Mary Kay, but she went to an event and said, I don't know. And so, but she's got a great story. I love her laugh, strong in her faith, talks a lot about the impact that her faith has had on her life. She's just, I would be on these just for inspiration, honestly. And then where's the next event? Oh, there it goes. Whoops, sorry. Hold on.
Oh, love her.
Now this is a New York makeup artist. This is this Janice is going outside the she spelled mass wrong, but anyway. Oh no, that's that girl's last name. Never mind. She's going to be doing everything. Have you ever seen this girl before, Lori?
I have not.
I have
Melanie?
not either, but I've heard of her. I Googled her, that's why.
Oh,
But she's going to talk everything about the bronzers, the master glowing lightweight makeup, like how to go from that, because right now what's in is the no makeup look. Well, okay, but then if you really want to go to a fun glam party in the summer, what do you do to make it look glam? So this would be a really fun one to not only to use the recording for your future events, but to get a lot of clients on. I bet you book a lot of skincare and color parties from the people who jump on this. And of course, it's in Spanish.
and then Sylvia. Okay, I have a very deep connection with Sylvia because we were both, she was a dietitian, registered dietitian, and worked in that field prior to Mary Kay. And she is just lovely. It's hard to believe that she's retired because she looks so young. Um,
She might have retired early too due to health stuff. I don't know. But anyway.
I don't know, but she's just absolutely lovely, very sharp, and has a wonderful heart as well. So she's fabulous. And then, are you ready for summer on Wednesday the 27th? So it looks like we have staff. Um, we have our staff, Stephanie and Sarah. Now, I don't know Sarah as well, but do you? Do you know Sarah?
She was on
Yeah,
this last one. So
and Sarah, she used to be, I'm not sure if she still is, but she used to be in charge of the Star Consultant program. That's how I met her.
they're going to go everything from the after sun gel, sunscreens, to basically how to get your body and your face ready for summer. So,
Fabulous.
and that'll be on the 27th. And then the very last on the 28th is Dinah Sumter, who is
Diana
amazing.
Sumter.
She's so funny.
Oh, Diana Sumter is the biggest character you will ever, I mean, and I relate to her because, I mean, she has, anyway, we both.
She's very no nonsense.
She may be no nonsense, but she is in some ways all over the board.
Oh, she is totally, totally.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of really fun events. Those are all on boards. Those will all be put on Facebook. I'll tag them all up on Facebook tonight. But we need to get to our boot camp training really quick.
Yep.
So tonight's topic, and I really want this to be interactive, you guys, is all about prepping before you do an in-person party and prepping for a virtual party. So let's just for a second take the in-person party. Now, when you go to do the in-person party, ideally you will have pre-profiled everybody, right? You will have called each person or texted if you have to and found out about their skin type. Why would you do that? Why would I call Melanie in advance to find out about her skin? Well, I need to know what to pack. I need to know what to bring in case she wants to buy something, right? I need to know if she has sensitivities. But when she walks in the door, my goal is that on the table is a placemat, which is my closing sheet face down, and on the front is the opportunity. So I have that on in a plastic page protector. I can go grab one. That's on my table, and then my tray and mirror sitting on top of it. So when she walks in, there's a pen, write this stuff down. There's a pen and a profile card sitting right there by her table, by her side. Her tray is there. All her product is pre-squirted. Her headband is there. So everything is ready when she comes in. And you can even put a peel off name tag right there and say, well, find your name and grab a seat. You pre-do all that. So when they walk in, that cuts probably 30 to 45 minutes out of your party time. Because when you set up, you put all the trays in front of you and you squirt day defender, day defender, day defender, all the way down. Night recovery, because you don't need to know what formula they are. Everybody gets the same eye cream. Then you go back and you look at your profile sheet and say, okay, who's dry to normal, who's combo oilier, who's getting repair, whatever. So the pre-profiling, I think, is key so that you can pre-set up their tray. The other thing I do for my in-person parties is, well, this is what I was going to share with you guys, is these are all pre-packaged. So when I go to do 9 people tomorrow, I'm grabbing 9 of these. I always grab an extra one. There's a pen in here. There is a profile card. There is a disposable washcloth, even though
Why
sometimes I
don't
don't
you
use
pull
them.
the items out, Diane?
Sure.
Okay. People
So
can.
in here is a headband. It could be a Amazon foofy one. It could be any kind of headband. I just wash them between each party, throw them in a lingerie bag. So I have a headband. I have 2 cotton rounds, one for micellar water, one for eye makeup remover. I have a disposable washcloth, which sometimes I use, sometimes I just bring real ones. So that just depends. Profile card, ready to go. Super important. Have a pen that works. Okay. And then in here is a tray and a mirror, clean, and there's already the plastic insert in here. So this is literally just snapped on top of here, put inside the bag with all the stuff. And that way you're not getting there going, oh my gosh, I have no I mean, because I used to go to a party and go, oh my gosh, I forgot the profiles, or I forgot a pen, or I forgot whatever. And so I literally grab one of these for every person that I anticipate coming. And then it just helps me be pre-set up. Now, Lori, what do you and Melanie do?
Go ahead, Melanie. I'm trying to get Emily Shooties so I can post it.
Well, I was going to show this because this is something my senior director taught me. And I just have a box that is that's cute wrapping paper on it. And then all my stuff is inside the box. And then I unload it onto the table, turn the box over, and I display my products on top of the box. So that's one of the things I do to, but I also do the preloaded bags. So pretty much have the same stuff in there that Diane had. Sometimes I throw a brush. If we're going to do charcoal mask, I'll throw the charcoal mask applicator in there. I do my washcloths in a Ziploc bag. I'll add water to this and throw it in the microwave, and then they're warm. And something I learned from Kristen Sharp, NSD, is I have a tablecloth. So I always put the tablecloth down and then makes the table look nice and pretty. And I put my box on top of it upside down. But and also in case the table isn't a very nice table to begin with. But then if I happen to get in a hurry at the end, hopefully not, because you can kind of clean up while you're closing, but you want to focus on the people, not the stuff. So this is something she said, just fold the tablecloth up and throw it all back in the box and just pull it all together. You don't have to, clean it up at home. You don't have to be, perfect, but you don't want to leave a mess obviously behind. So that's why I always have tablecloth in there. So
I think that's a brilliant idea.
So anyway,
I thought, because I could
nice.
just see, like once you click the trays and the mirrors, but you've got like random stuff all over the table. And if everybody gets up, you literally, if it's late, you just grab the 4 corners of the tablecloth, bring them together, wad it up, throw it in the box and say, I'll take it home and deal with it. And I thought, you told me that today and I just started laughing. I think that's brilliant. Lori, do you do anything different when you get prepped for a party, like an in-person party?
Okay, I'm going to be real transparent here and say that recently I have the people come to me, or I have them join me on Zoom.
Okay.
Or I invite them to Janice's.
So due to your health, you're not doing a lot of appointments outside your home. You're having them come to you.
That's
And you
right.
know what? That's an easy thing to sell, because it's like, instead of cleaning your house and making refreshments, do you want to just pop into my place? I'll be set up for you when you arrive. They're like, wait, yeah, I want to do that.
So for example, that's what I did with my groom's mother, is I had everything set up for her, and I know in advance what I'm going to be setting up. So, and then how I shared with Robiha, I actually just took her a set because both of our schedules were cuckoo. And so, I just said, here, try it like this. And she can even share how that worked. I mean, it's, it's not the standard way, and then maybe it wasn't the best way, but anyway, that's how we did it. Okay.
Well, something must have worked because here she is.
Here she is. I don't know if she
So-
can talk.
One of the other things that I have done is I have a roll up, and in my top pocket, in case you're somebody who is a little more on the anal side that wants to write all this stuff down, my top pocket is the miracle set. My next pocket is everything to do with eyes. So it's eye makeup remover, eye patches, soothing eye gel, and I have micellar water in there. The third pocket, so it's micellar water, eye makeup remover, eye patches, and soothing eye gel. The third pocket is all my spot treatments. Vitamin C's in there, microderm, the glycolic radiance peel. My fourth pocket is charcoal mask, cream mask, satin lips. So then I have another roll up that one pocket is men's, one pocket is the teen line. I've seen people put fragrances. So you could have two different roll ups. Totally up to you. My one staple roll up is what I take. I personally believe, because of the price point and the packaging, I never take the repair out of the box. I literally bring the whole repair box with me and display it and show it and demo out of the box. So I will squirt their cleanser and their lifting serum, and that's it. And then their eye cream. But the day and the night cream, I want to show them like how you push down on it, how it works, how it pumps out, all of that. So one thing, that's up to you guys how you want to pack things. Let's talk about really quickly when you are doing stuff in person still. This is what I put on my place today. I have everything packed for tomorrow, so I had to go get all this. I have 20 of these. So on section 2 is this placemat that says total fun, ready, number 1, be your life, be who you want to be. So this is the career opportunity. And if you flip it over, this is from the company on section 2. It has on here the $90 and the $35 start. So if you ever needed to, you could pull this out and actually use this to talk about the opportunity. But I put it in, and I have extra, if you see, I have extras in here. So if somebody wants to pull one out and keep one, if somebody's talking about the opportunity, I don't know if you knew that, Grace, but you can literally pull these out, and the starter bags are on the other side. Then on this side is my closing sheet. So I put that face down with a closing sheet down with their tray and mirror on top. That way, if they put anything wet, it protects the table from, the hostess's table. So I put this down on the table with this side up, their tray in the mirror, slightly back. I put their profile card, their pen, their squirt bottle, all of that stuff there. Okay. And then I bring extras of this closing sheet in black and white. So I flip this over. You saw me teach this on the close. We talk about all the sets, but then I give them another one. I said, now, if I let you go into my car out there, or if while you were sleeping tonight, your fairy godmother came and put everything in the bathroom you would want, like literally, and your fairy godmother was paying for it, what would you want her to leave you? Circle everything you'd want if it were free. And they start going to town. Like they take a pen and they just they go crazy. And then I tell the hostess to bring out the food and we're done. And then when I sit down with them individually, I look at the sheet that's all circled. And if they've circled like 8 sets, I said, well, is that what you want to start with, or did you have something else in mind? That's a whole different training. All right. So when you are doing this though, however, if it's in person, and I will post this on boards tonight because I just got this, our repair price comparison was old. Like, I don't even know how old it was, but it was just updated by a director. The Estee Lauder Nutriv set now is $1,325, $1,300 for skincare. The Lancome Absolute Premium BX is $885. Clarins Super Restorative is $557, and Elizabeth Arden's Provage is $776. Ours is $225. So when it's an in-person party, I do pass this around. When it's a virtual party and I'm mailing them a repair strip, I take the black and white version of this because you don't want them to have a heart attack when they see the price. And I put this literally in black and white, folded in half, inside the lookbook with the samples. So when I send a repair set, this goes in every single packet I mail out, the price comparison. And I think that's really key because I don't want them to just, because on here, it's the most expensive thing on here. On here, it's the cheapest thing on here. And I'm just trying to put it, I'm trying to put it into perspective, right? Of what it's like, how much it would be. Okay, so when I'm doing an in-person party, because I'm not used to a flip chart, although I suggest you all use a flip chart, I just have a couple visual aids. Like I hold up the miracle set, I hold up repair, I hold up the charcoal mask. These are all available
We're
on
talking
boards.
about befores and afters.
Yeah, these are before and afters because they say that makes the biggest difference in people, like little testimonial kind of things. So I have some of these. And then, of course, at the end, I want them to decide whether they want to be a customer or a consultant or whatever. So I do bring these, and I do bring them the microdorm, even if I'm just demoing it on the back of their hand. I want them to see what it's all about. Now, I realize that you can't do that. You can do that on Zoom because you can screen share, right? So that makes it really actually pretty easy. But I want to layer them. So what do I put in a packet? What I do, and I know everybody's different. Melanie's going to share and Lori can share what they do, is I take a lookbook like this. I go to the page where the skincare is, which is usually almost always dead center. I think this might be off by one page. Yep. So it's almost dead center by one page. I literally take the skincare strip and I literally scotch tape it. It's okay if it sticks a little bit out. And then I put over here single layers. You can't put multiple layers. The post office has a cow. So I put a strip of skincare here, the charcoal mask here, the gel mask here. Where the day and the night is, there's a space. I put the eye cream there. In this insert, really important, I put the black and white version of this. I put a closing sheet. I give them the black and white version of this. Okay. If there's repair in there, I give them the black and white version of this. And then I give them this. This is Emily Schuette's client profile. And I just tell them to fill out this top part. They write what they like, and then they can give me referrals. And if they get an extra gift, if they will take a picture of the front and the back and text this to me at the end of the party. Right? Because it's virtual. You're not able to close with them because you don't know. Does that make sense? So you want to give them something that's more interactive. So that's what I include when I mail packets out. Then I put this in a 10 by 12 or 9 by 12 white envelope and draw hearts all over it. It's totally up to you. I have at some point went without the lookbook and just put it in a long skinny business envelope. And I did it with a non-machinable stamp for $1.10, but you can't put a lookbook in there. So I asked the last group a week and a half ago. It was Grace's team and everybody who was brand new, Renetta, everyone who was new was on there. And I asked of the 11 people, or maybe there was 10 people, how many were glad that they got a paper catalog. And eight of the 10 said, I'm glad I got a paper catalog. Two said they didn't really care if they could have been sent a digital one. So, there are some directors that say, absolutely not, I'm not spending the money. I don't want to mail a catalog. And then some will say, oh, I always send a catalog. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. I find that I want them to have at least one catalog because there's something about them going to the back. And I say, go to the back 8 pages. It's everything that we used. I'll walk you through this. So when you do the individual close after the virtual session, you can go back here and say, okay, on page 26, I want you to circle this, this, and this. Those are things we used tonight. Or I mentioned on this page, circle this. So when they done, they have everything. Does that make sense? So that's just what I mail out. I actually mail out this. Definitely the black and white version of this. If they did repair, the black and white version of that. And then always this client profile, and they mail for $2.24 each. Okay, so Lori, do you want to tell us what do you send when you do virtual? Because we're all different. Oh, and if I talk to them and they seem interested or I want them on my team, I include this. It's Janice's little color flyer about, are you looking for freedom and an opportunity to work from home? And it gives all the perks of being self-employed. So I just ran off like 10 of these in color, and then I cut them in half. So I have 20 of these to put out. So the next 20 women I give them this. So Lori, tell everybody, what do you do when you send out packets? How do you work virtually?
I do my best to do what you do, but I never quite get there. Okay. Okay. But I do like using the lookbook because the descriptions are in there. I do put the product strips next to their whatever their descriptions. Like if it's the repair set, I put it in the repair area. If it's the time wise, I put it in the time wise area. And sometimes I even put the masks, I go to the page where the masks are and
Oh,
I stick them next to the
well,
you
that's a
know,
good idea.
yeah, I do that because I want them to see, I want them to see the masks.
So if they're doing the cream mask, you would flip to the very front page where the cream mask is featured and you'd put the sample there.
I would do that, but when I'm doing charcoal mask, I go to the page where the charcoal mask and the other mask is the dual, the dual masking thing.
Okay.
Um, and the microdermabrasion, well, depending, sometimes they move it around. So I just
Sometimes there's not a dedicated space.
I tape the products onto where they're described.
Okay. You just got to make sure for the post office that it doesn't get too thick because the post office, they always go, is there anything liquid in here? I go, oh no, it's catalogs. That's of course, I'm now recording this, but that's what I always tell them. It's just catalogs because it is catalogs. There's samples
Yeah,
inside.
mine I have not been going budget. I have a ton of pink padded envelopes. So they've been going in the pink padded envelopes. So
And those cost like what, 320 to mail? 350?
at least, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not cheap. I'm just saying. So I try to, either have them delivered or if I can drop it at their door.
But I'll tell
But
you, with gas $6 a gallon and your time, I'm starting to think maybe $3 for post office
I
isn't bad.
only deliver like en route to church or back.
Okay.
Or my husband goes to work every day. He might deliver on his way. I mean, I always combine trips. So that's how I do that.
All
So
right. So one of the things I highly suggest, there's a couple different versions of this on Janice's website as well as boards, is you print out a really good clean copy of what they get in the kit. This must have gotten passed around 10 times at the table at Grace's party. And then thank God I had about a dozen of these in black and white. Yeah, you can run them in color. You can run them whatever you want. But I want them to see it could either be this one or there's another one that has a little bit more detail of the start. This one. So either one of these, this is for the detailed S&C personality that want to know exactly what's in the kit. This is somebody who's the visual, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. Just have something with
and
the
you'll put
starter
those on
background.
boards, or I know
Yes.
they're on InTouch, but finding them, haha.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're on boards. So I would love both Celeste and Grace. You both held parties this last week. So we don't have a lot of time, but Celeste, really quick, can you share with me, is there anything that you're going to do differently now that you've done that party for to either be more prepared, or do you feel like you were really prepared? Did you pre-pack stuff? What did you do?
I was overly prepared, I think, but which is good. I took just a bunch of everything with me just in case.
Okay,
And I left a lot of things in the car. I just thought, well, in case they want to buy something, I want to have everything with me. And I
sure.
just brought a couple of the sets inside, and I just brought almost everything with me because I was
Okay,
going out of town like 3.5 hours. So I just brought everything, extra books, everything. And
okay. Do you
I think,
pre-pack your stuff like this, or do you just
yeah.
bring all the different?
Oh no, I had all that pre-packed also. And then I made some really cute little, like for the hostess, I did a little eye makeup remover
Okay.
and a couple of the lipstick samples and a little baggie for her. And then if anyone bought, then I told them they would also get a micellar water free if
A
they bought
full
a set.
size one?
Yeah, a micellar
Wow.
water. Well, if they only bought a set. So then, yeah, that one person that bought a set, I gave her a micellar water.
I also heard another director say that she's basically, if they buy a skincare set at the party, they can have the travel size at half price that night only. So if they buy the repair set, they can get a repair travel at half. If they buy the miracle set, they can get the travel size because you really want them to be taking it with them when they travel. So I just thought I'd throw that out there for all of you. Grace, tell us now that you did the party, and of course it was like really your first big party, but do you feel like you're going to do anything different, or do you, and that was an in-person one, and she had all this
I'm gonna
beautiful wrap stuff.
do a lot of things differently. I need to get spray bottles, so I need to be more prepared. Also, I we did cut it close to when people were showing up, and I didn't have their trays ready. So that's something like I like the name tag idea. Um, because I was thinking that I was like, oh, I'm gonna put the trays out, but we won't know where people are actually gonna sit. So what if they go onto the wrong tray and
Right.
I won't know whose is who? So so now like having a name tag, that's actually a great idea. And I like the tablecloth idea as well. And I need to have pens available.
Yeah, we learn little
Because
things like pens.
yeah. And also even the squirt bottles. I'm gonna look for different washcloths because I found that my washcloths that I had on hand seemed kind of rough. And so I'm gonna look for some, if you guys have any suggestions on
Yeah, I can
washcloths,
send you my link for the microfiber ones. They're super soft and they wring
okay,
out really lightweight.
that would be perfect.
And I bought gray, the same color as the charcoal, so they don't stain.
Yeah, that way, yeah, because that way they can enjoy it more. Because they were already relaxed with the charcoal mask, but then I think when I put the rough washcloth on their face, they were like, okay, this is gonna hurt or something. But they all still thought that it came off smoothly. So
Yeah.
pens, charcoal, no, sorry, pens, washcloth,
Squirt
and
bottles.
quart bottles, and having name tags for the trays to be ready um when they're coming in and have everything ready.
Let me
So
make
I
a quick
think
comment
that's
on the name tags really quick, and then we'll talk to you, Connie. So Mary Kay, back in the day when Mary Kay was alive, she was talking to us about pre-profiling, and she says, you know that difficult lady that you pre-profile who's either snotty or not she's anti-Mary Kay, or she just is like, well, I already know all that. You want to sit her right next to you, and you'll deal with her. And so by you putting people's names on, you get to control where people sit. So if one lady says, "Oh, my sister-in-law's coming, she's a pain in the neck," I'm not going to put her next to the girl who thinks, you know what I mean? Like separate the sisters or whatever. So by putting the name tag on, you not only can line up all the trays right in front of you. You don't do them all the way around the table because then you got to run around the table. You put them all in front of you, squirt everything, arrange them, and then put the name tag or the sticker or whatever. Is that what you were going to say, Connie? Because you have control
Well,
over.
I was going to say, the pre-profiling is important, and then you put the profile at the different spots. So again, you are determining where people are sitting.
Yep. And the good thing is, let's just say somebody you went back and forth texting and you just know that she's oily or you don't know her skin type. Maybe you never got a hold of her, but you can still put in her eye cream, her day defender, her night recovery. You can put in there the cream mask or the micro, you know what I mean? Like that stuff. The only thing you've got to do when she walks in is her cleanser and a moisturizer. But when they walk in and the table is set up, it's totally different than when we're squirting. And I mean, Grace and I were like a hot mess the other night, but you know what? It worked out great. You had some phenomenal sales. It doesn't matter. And actually, the girls that all joined got to see us set up. So it all worked out fine. But I appreciate all of your feedback. And Celeste, congratulations on your miracle set sale. Grace, congratulations on just your, the team members, the follow up, all of that. I appreciate all of your input. Mailing out packets, like Lori said, you guys, that next Wednesday, it's a week from tomorrow. Be proactive, be really smart. Make a list of the 5 women you would love on there. 5 women you would love on Janice's event. Say to them, I need to know if I could count on you as a virtual model. I've been challenged to have 10 virtual models next month and 5 at the skincare class. Can I count on you? And when you ask a woman that, if she's going to be flaky, she's not going to say yes. Because when you say, can I count on you? She'd say, yeah, you can count on me. And say, well, I appreciate that. I'll bring you your samples. But you guys could literally have $1,000 night that night by getting 5 or 6 people on repair that are there. So, and I will post on the boards the new price comparison of the repair so you guys can all grab that and use it. Because when I saw that, I about had a heart attack. Ours went up $10 and theirs went up 8, 9, 10, 11, $400. Crazy. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much. Congratulations, Janine. You are officially our queen of sales with a $940 a week. And Grace, you are our queen of faces with 9 new faces. And we'll be honoring you next week as a DIQ. and all the excitement that goes on with that. And I just want to challenge you guys. If you guys have not submitted your orders, please remember there's a big price increase coming up. $4 jump on every fragrance. $4 jump on the apple and almond, berry and vanilla. All of the skincare stuff is going up $4. Vitamin C is going up $4. So just look at that and make sure that you get your orders in so that you can get your buy low, sell high. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Night.
Hey, Diane.